Okay, good job, you guys. I want to do a little bit of static stretching before I move into a step. I recommend you find a countertop or a chair or something like that just for this first set of stretches, which is going to be for our calves. I went for a run a little while ago and did not stretch properly, so my calves are very tight. So you want to start one leg back, one leg forward. You want to put most of the weight on your forward foot as you're bending your knee. Again, make sure it's staying over your big toe. You should put some weight into whatever you're leaning on. You should feel the stretch in the back of your calf. We're going to hold that for a few seconds. Keep it stretching. And then bend the back leg, straighten the front leg. You should start to feel the stretch going a little bit lower in your calf. It should be going down towards that Achilles tendon. So you're stretching out the lower calf as well. Good. All right, now let's switch. Other leg, same thing. Front leg is going to be bent. Keep the knee over the toe. Back leg is straight. Feel the stretch all the way down the leg. And bend that back leg. Feel the stretch a little bit lower. I'm a little bit bow-legged, so my knees tend to turn in. So I have to be really conscious of making sure my knee stays over my big toe. So that is what I'm trying to fix right now. All right, and let's head down to the floor to do some additional stretching. Start with our hamstrings. Both legs out. If you do yoga, you're going to be getting on your sits bones. Arms up, stretch up as high as you can. Bend down. Don't C-spine yet. Keep it straight, sort of hinge from the hips. Lean down as far as you can. If that's here, that's fine. If it's here, great. If you can go all the way down, even better. Let's hold it for a few seconds, and then we'll do the C-spine curve to get that stretch in as well. And again, feel free to provide us feedback after this session about what you might want to see in future sessions. I know we're all kind of trying to figure out what we can be doing right now while we're stuck inside. Go ahead and C-spine if you haven't already to get an additional stretch. I'm not going to, so I can stay talking to you guys. But yeah, I know we're all trying to figure out what we can do, how to stay in shape. Particularly here in New York City, where a lot of us don't have access to, you know, a garage or a basement or someplace where we can really practice like that. I did post some videos earlier today giving you some tips on how to do rocks, and that includes some strengthening exercises. All right, let's move on to your quads. So one leg forward, one leg back. You're going to lean back. As you lean back, don't let your pelvis pop up. Keep your pelvis tilted down. You can go here. You can stay here. You might already be feeling it. You can go back farther. You can go all the way down if you want. But just as long as you're feeling a stretch right in here. But what I was saying is I posted some videos on how to do rocks, and that includes some strengthening exercises that you can definitely do while you're watching Netflix. I just watched The Tiger King, so if anyone wants to talk about Joe Exotic, we can do that later. Switch legs to get the other quad in. Yeah, it's pretty simple exercises to do. Little things like that. This is the perfect time to work on technique. You can work on your turnout wherever you are. When I was working at my office, I had a standing desk, and I would work on my turnout as I was, you know, on calls and working at my computer all day. Speaking of which, when you work at a desk all day, like I do, my hips get really tight, so we do need to make sure we stretch out our hips as well. If you know how to do the pigeon pose in yoga, do that. That's a pretty intense pose, so I'm not going to do it right now. I'm just going to do a simple butterfly pose. But for anyone who's working in an office setting, or you're sitting a lot all day, maybe you're sitting now because you're not working, please make sure to stretch out your hips. Right now I'm just going to do a butterfly pose. You can push down on your knees with your elbows a little bit, whatever feels good. But do be mindful of the pigeon pose. It can be pretty intense, really amazing stretch for your hips, but I recommend you work up to it, and there are tons of great videos online that can show you how to do that. All right,